Sophia Porter, and this is our Erie. On today's episode, we're talking about nutritious tips, digging up some local history, and visiting some awesome places right here at home. So stick around because all that and more is happening right now on our Erie. This Sunday morning, Fit Plus Erie kicks off their 8-week Transformation Challenge seminar. I'm here with Jack today to talk about why that seminar is so important before the workout actually begins. So can you go into detail about that, Jack?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, first and foremost, we're always thrilled to be here and be a part of this and share what we're doing here at Fit Plus. But yeah, we're kicking off the 8-week Transformation Challenge here come Monday. It really starts on Sunday with our nutrition seminar. And it's really just the foundation and the starting point for a lot of people coming in. We have a lot of new members coming in, which is very exciting. And we have some of our members that have been here for months or years that are trying it for the first time. And it's just like anything else, whether it's a transformation, any type of journey, you got to know where you're going and you got to have an idea of how to get there and what that looks like. Because, you know, we found that the more people understand, the more that they can comprehend what they're doing, why they're doing it, the more likely they're going to buy into it and trust it at the same time and really get started going in the right direction more quickly.
What actually happens during that seminar?
Well, you know, we go over the core concepts and what they're going to be doing and how the process works. And you know, we've talked about it before, a lot of people go through this process trying to lose weight and get healthy, but they don't have a system in place. And that's what this really provides, is an airtight system to make sure that you're successful and you're losing weight week after week. And so we go after some of those core principles and what you're getting into, what the challenge is going to look like, the expectations and things like that.
How do participants actually win?
That's a great question. That's an important one, right? I mean, everybody wins because everybody's going to get a great education on how to set up a good fitness and health program. And everybody's going to get better no matter what. There's going to be some people that lose more weight versus others, and so we want to reward those people that really level up and dial in and go as far as they can with it. But everybody, I think, challenging themselves is going to get a lot out of this. But we do have 4 winners. We have 3 individual winners. So we have most weight loss, then we have the most body fat loss. We call that our transformation winner. And then we have our MVP. So we do it by percentage of body fat or body weight loss, so it's fair across the board, male, female, doesn't matter how old you are, how big you are, how much weight you think you have to lose, everybody is in that same running, and so that's calculated very fairly. We're very upfront about that because people are working hard and they want to know what's going on. And then the third one about MVP is the one that earns the most points, and so that's somebody that, number one, isn't just about effort, but it's about character, it's about showing values, about building each other up, because this is a shared experience. And so it's really awesome. We see people level up not just physically, but mentally and emotionally, spiritually. And they're really encouraging each other and pushing each other. And so that goes a long way to make sure not just the fact that they're successful, but the people around them are successful. So it goes back to that community part that we always talk about. So we definitely reward that. And then we have 4 teams this year. We have 4 incredible coaches. Coach Sarah, Coach Carly. You met Coach Carly last week, right? Her and Tara. And then Coach Annie and also Coach Sarah and Karen. So yeah, we got 4 awesome coaches, and so we have a team win as well. And so it's the team that collects the most points by going to the most workouts, doing the most pop-up workouts, completing those workouts. We have some different fun points to it as well. So it's a lot of fun, and it really kind of encourages and motivates people to kind of step it up and push a little bit harder, especially when the weeks start to get more challenging as this goes on.
Tell me more about those infamous pop-up workouts.
Yeah, the pop-up workouts are a good time. They've definitely become a big part of our brand in this challenge. You know, last year we did some at Sisson's Farm, we did some at Blessed Sacrament, so we have some fun stuff coming up this year. We don't want to tip our cap and get too into details, but you know, we got a little March Madness thing going on here. We got a bar crawl going on that's not taking part at a bar, but at somewhere outside here that's going to be a lot of fun. So shout out to my friend Tony Arrigo for helping us out. That was probably a tip-off. It's going to be at a golf course. But we do a lot of fun stuff, and it really builds that community and the engagement. And you know, I talk about this a lot. Fitness can be challenging. It can definitely be hard. People have busy schedules, they have busy lives, they have responsibilities. So to get to a gym, a fitness center, whatever it is hard enough. But then to be successful, to be consistent, that's even harder. So if you can have that community aspect and you can make it fun, it's going to be a lot more likely people stick to this and really get the results they want and make it a lifelong thing when they're enjoying it. So those pop-up workouts are a lot of fun, and we got some fun ones coming up. We're going to be really excited. We're going to have you guys there, so you'll be a part of the fun.
Can't wait. Another thing is, this isn't just about the workouts. What about the nutrition side of it?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that goes back to one of the previous questions about what we get into during the seminar. You know, we don't get too into detail because you can get into the weeds when it comes to nutrition. And there's many different ways to go about it. There's so many different diets out there that it literally becomes misinformation and overwhelming to people, which is why we see a lot of people lean into this program to kind of learn the basics about nutrition. But that's what we go over here on Sunday, is really how you set up that meal plan, what your base calories should be, what your macros should look like. We're based on protein. How do you utilize those carbs? Carbs are a sticking point for a lot of people. Good carbs, bad carbs, do you need carbs? How many carbs should you have? All those different things. Then obviously your healthy fats, your fruits and vegetables, and when you should be eating those, and how much of those you should be eating. And the other thing is that this is a progressive plan, right? And so the goal is to continually lose weight and improve every week. So a lot of times people get on a plan or a program and it doesn't evolve, it doesn't change, it doesn't progress. And so we get into that as well, explaining really what the expectation is for that for most people and how those calories work, how they're going to change, how your macros are going to change maybe week to week, especially towards the end, to make sure that your body is continually burning fat and building muscle through this process. So we try to educate them on that because, like I said, the more that they understand, the more they're going to lean into this, the more that they're going to trust it and really, get after it and do it. So that's what we're looking for.
So Sunday morning, honestly, sets the tone for the entire 8 weeks.
100%. Yeah. I mean, I think last week Tara nailed it. When she came into this, naturally there's a little bit of angst, there's a little bit of nervousness. You're doing something that you've probably never done before. You've probably seen people do this challenge and be successful with it. So people show up that there's an expectation and they want to know if they're going to be able to rise to that standard and meet those expectations. And so the challenge is a great starting point because it alleviates a lot of those anxieties, some of those little fears, because you're sitting next to somebody who looks and talks and walks just like you. And they're in a similar spot, maybe a different body type, different height, different age, different weight, but they're in the same spot. And then once you meet those people and you meet the coaches and you get on your team, you get a lot of these questions answered, you're going to realize really quick you're in a good place and you have a lot of help around you and you're going to be excited. And that's what we see. I mean, 100% of the people walk out of here Sunday like excited and eager to go, ready to head to the grocery store and get their food ready and start the week strong.
So if you've been thinking about making a change, Fit Plus is truly where it begins. Today's Our Erie deal is one you want to grab fast. We're here at Coach's for some great food, a great atmosphere, and an even better deal just for you.
Hey guys, Diana and Jen here with Coach's Sports Bar and Grill. We just wanted to give you a little introduction on what we got going on daily and upcoming events we have going on. Let's start with our daily food and drink specials. Sundays and Mondays we have $8 burger and fries. Tuesdays and Thursdays we have 75-cent boneless wings. Wednesdays are half off pizzas. Fridays are half off apps. And let's not forget about Saturday, $2 off any subs. Are you getting a little thirsty? Let's roll into our drink specials. Let's talk about our daily drink specials. On Mondays, we have $3 margaritas. On Tuesdays, we have $2.50 Busch Light Pints. Wednesdays are $2 Fireballs. Thursdays and Saturdays, we have $3 Miller Lite Pounders. Fridays, we have $2 Well Vodkas. And Sundays are $2 Select Pints. Now, if you don't like anything I just said to you, check out our chalkboard feature. Features something different every month regarding food and drinks. So again, come check us out and we're going to take you to our dining area. Let's not forget about our daily happy hour. Every day we have a happy hour 5 to 7 p.m. and also Monday through Friday 11 to 1 p.m. That includes 95-cent traditional wings, $2 Fireball, and half off Miller Lite Pints. Let's talk about our upcoming events. We're going up to St. Patrick's Day. Who doesn't love St. Patrick's Day? Coaches would love to see your guys' face stopping in and saying hello. Next up, we would have the MLB opening day, and also who doesn't love hockey? We do have a $15 all-you-can-eat taco bar for MLB. Also includes a mini pitcher of Busch Light to come in-house and hang out with us. Moving on to summer, trash can league that we have ran here. We're on our 6th year doing that, and we're trying to start a cornhole league, so all cornhole players come see me in May for signups. Also, we have Dart League, very popular here at Coach's, so stop in and sign up if you're interested. We're gonna move on to see our party room and see what kind of upcoming events you guys can come hang out with Coach's for. Are you guys looking for a place to host a private party or event? We've got you covered here at Coach's Sports Bar and Grill in our private party room. You can host anything from birthday parties to engagement parties to gender reveals, even drafts. If you're looking for a place for a private Super Bowl party, we've got you covered. Call us at Coaches and we'll get you covered for your private event. Thanks for joining us.
Remember, there's only 100 vouchers available, each with a $25 value for only $12.50. So don't wait. Head to yourerie.com for this week's Our Erie deal at Coaches. Get them before it's gone. All right, it's time for one of our new favorite segments, Where in the World is Tia Porter? I've been on the move and we're about to show you a photo from somewhere I've traveled. Take a good look because your job is to guess where in the world I am. Is it A, Rhodes, Greece, B, Catalina Island, California, C, Santorini, Greece, D, Anna Maria Island, Florida? Lock in your guess and don't go anywhere. We'll reveal the answer when we come right back. Welcome back. It's time for the big reveal. Before the break, we asked, where in the world is Tia Porter? If you guessed C, Santorini, Greece, you are correct. Where do you think I should pop up next? I'll keep you guessing. We're taking a step back in time as we introduce the Historical Institute of Culture and the African American Experience. This is a space dedicated to preserving, honoring, and sharing the rich legacy of African American history right here in our community.
The Institute is a facility that we have created or put in place that will give knowledge concerning the African American culture, the lineage of African American, not just national, but also locally here in Erie and in Erie County. And it's just a place that we have assembled for people to come and get information and get knowledge, and so that we can have a better society and a better culture in which we live in.
For Curtis and Vicki Jones, this space is more than a museum. It's a mission rooted in education, awareness, and community.
I grew up in the Erie area. I grew up like 3.5, 4 blocks from the Erie Museum. And we visited, my siblings and I visited the museum there every weekend. That was our treat. We got a chance to see. But the one thing about the museum, I never saw anybody that looked like me. So to be able to provide a space for the kids to come in and look on the walls and look at the exhibits and see people that look just like them, we just feel really blessed to be able to provide that.
Representation matters, and here visitors of all ages can see themselves reflected in history, in the stories, and in the legacy.
Information is very key to how we live together, and so this is just a place where we can do that.
Education is the foundation, and they're making sure that learning happens year-round.
This will be our 3rd year that we have had the Erie School District come through with tours. The first year we did over 2,000 or 3,000 students. Last year we did all 5th graders throughout the Erie School District. And this month, we will actually be doing the same thing with the 5th graders. We actually started in Juneteenth. This will be our 3rd year, Juneteenth coming up. And we've accomplished, I believe, quite a bit in 2.5 years.
In just a few short years, the Historical Institute of Culture and the African American Experience has grown into a powerful educational resource right here in Erie County.
We're open to the public every Wednesday, 11 to 5, or you can call for an appointment, or you can actually go on the website and schedule tours as well.
And today, we're getting an inside look. There are 7 rooms helping to highlight the people and the things that have helped shape our nation and community.
As we go from room to room, we will see the contributions of African Americans down through time, whether it be military, political, inventions, again, just their contribution to society.
So in this room, you'll find a variety of different topics, ranging from political activism and the importance of the vote in the Black community and in this country, ranging from that to the Negro Leagues and the importance of sports and integration into recreation in all forms of society. So what you'll see here is identified our first African American president, Barack Obama, and his wife. We have multiple items that are artifacts representing who they are, what they mean to the political process, what they mean to this country, and quite literally what they mean to African Americans, feeling as if we can be engaged, we can be involved, we actually can serve in the highest office in the land and be integrated and fully into the American process. So that's what we feel like that represents. And not only, President Obama, but other local elected officials, those that have run for office, those that are in office. We have a strong African American engagement in the political process locally. Going to Larry Meredith, who was the first African American who was elected to city council. Ruby Jenkins' husband, the first African American woman elected to city council. And we could go on and on and on. So, but the importance of political activism and running for office and serving the electorate is a major part of what this room represents.
I love the African American artifacts. Some of them were even donated by one of my old teachers from back in the day. He spends about 6 months in Africa, and then the other 6 months he spends here in Erie. And so he's been able to donate some things to the African American Museum. Mm-hmm. Also the clothing, the authentic African wear. We have a African family from Liberia that are members of our ministry. So they've donated some authentic African wear. This is known as our slave quarters. It's our rendition. This room would house anywhere from 8 to 12 to even 16 people in this one, in these small quarters. This room speaks to the hardships, but also the ingenuity and the ability to take a little and make a lot. And so we're very excited about this room. This is where the families were. This room speaks to unity amongst the family. It was their place where they could be close and where they could have their privacy. These would be where they would sleep. They would pull the mats out, hay mats out at night, and put them in the middle of the floor, and that would make their sleeping quarters, hang their clothing on a clothesline. There were no glass windows. You just covered the open spaces to keep out the light or the rain or whatever. And it's just home for some. This was home for some. Even these were just remnants of being in the field and being able to go out and just get what was left over in the fields for your family. It's a sobering room, and we're very proud of this room.
We are now in the room that has been dedicated to African Americans who served in the military and the contributions. As you can see behind me, there is a uniform of an actual Tuskegee Airman who served in the Army and ended up being a resident of Erie, Pennsylvania. He married a woman from Erie some years ago. They moved to Rhode Island. He was actually the last living Tuskegee Airman from Rhode Island. They moved to Erie about 3 years ago, and he passed about a year and a half ago at 102 years of age. So this is his uniform. These are just some of the things that highlight his service. These two rooms that we're in right now, or will be in, these are African American inventions, very small. We usually say a scratch of the surface of some of the inventions that African Americans have. I'd like to talk a little bit about Lonnie Johnson. He is the inventor of the Super Soaker and also the Nerf gun. I'm sure most of us who have any age behind us have played with the Nerf gun and the Super Soaker. Mr. Johnson is a resident of Atlanta. He actually worked for NASA when he discovered the Nerf gun and the Super Soaker. So we're just honored to be able to share that information here at the Institute.
This institute reminds us that history is living, ongoing, and meant to be shared every single day.
People can come and reflect on their past. Some will be able to reflect and relate nationally. Some will be able to reflect and relate locally. So it's just a place where people can come and have a place to just, if nothing else, just to come and relax and just look and see at contributions. And so that gives us great enjoyment to be able to do that.
The Historical Institute of Culture and the African American Experience is open to the public every Wednesday from 11 to 5, with tours also available by appointment or online. To learn more, visit AfricanAmericanExperienceErie.org today. From nutrition evaluations to learning about local legends, these are the people and the places helping make our community shine. Thanks for spending time with us. I'm Tia Porter, and we'll see you next time on Our Erie.